Hello folks, it's Key of W here with a brand new game, the Artisan of Glimmith, and I mean brand new. This is a game developed by the same team that made Islands of Insight, and yes, I'll get back to that game. I've been playing Islands of Insight forever, and I'm not going to quit it, but this literally came out yesterday as of the time of recording, and I need a break, so I'm going to play this game. I'm just going to jump in. I've just made sure my settings are good. I think that's that. This is a blind playthrough for the most part. I did see some bits of the demo, so I know how this game generally works, but I have not played it at all. Click and drag to explore. That's great. Clicking this does nothing. All right. Scroll to zoom. Zooming looks like it moves up and down. That's interesting. Your progress is saved automatically. That's what it says over there. So I'm guessing I'm supposed to click this. This looks like a puzzle. Dearest esteemed artisan, thank you for accepting my invitation to restore the artworks of Glimmith. On that point, I have only one request. When shaping each piece of glass, you must follow the rules very closely. I care only about the shapes. Let your creativity run free with the colors. Yours truly, Elias Vidimus. Is that all? Yes. So let me get closer. I like the look of this game. Okay. Well, that's something else here. This is 1. Oh, when I hover my mouse over it, a bucket appears. This bucket that isn't there. It's hard to see. This is as close as I get, so. Click and drag to merge regions. Shape make. All regions must be this shape. Difficulty 1, that's what that is. So, they all must be this shape here. Alright. Okay. Right click and drag to erase. Well, this is just what that's going to be. He said I have free reign over the colors, but I don't seem to have any reign over the colors. It just sort of chooses it for me. Shapes can be rotated. Okay, so all regions must be this shape, but I can rotate the shapes. Yeah, so this is similar to logic grid stuff from Islands of Insight. Similar, not exactly the same. Use Z to undo, Y to redo, and R to restart. Okay, all regions must be this shape. So we know these have to go out, so that's going to dictate the rest of the puzzle for us. There we go. And then another one. You can choose colors freely even after completing the panel. Oh, I see. So this, we can choose what color we want to make things. All regions must be this shape. Can I choose them? Yeah, I can use the numpad to choose them. Doesn't seem to make sense which number does what. So like, okay, if this was the numpad, you'd think that the number 7 is going to give you yellow, but 7 gives me the dark blue, 8 gives me the purple, 9 gives me the centerpiece, 4 gives me that green, 5 gives me the sort of teal color, 6 gives me the cyan bit, 1 gives me red, 2 gives me orange, and 3 gives me yellow. This doesn't make any sense. Alright, whatever. We can just click on it. You can choose blah, blah, blah. All things must be. So we know that these two shapes have to be different. So the rest of that. So there's multiple different yellows here. Okay. Interesting. Mirror reflections of shapes can also be used. Okay. So this is like those logic puzzles where like all dark regions have the same shape and size, but that's what the puzzle seems to be is. What the hell did I just say? So that shape is forced, which now forces this shape. That shape is not forced. This shape is forced. There we go. Okay, what's this? Well, look at this. Ooh, 2 difficulty. Drag from corners along dotted lines to place metal borders. Use them to mark edges you're absolutely sure of. Okay, so I can drag... Ah, I see. So I can do this. Because I know that this... I mean, I already know this is a region. Oh, hold on. The scroll wheel moves around the colors. Nice. So, I know that's got to be one. Let's see. Ah, it's going to be this. We're going to do this here. Like that. The achievement is Journey Start, restore your first window. What do you mean? Oh, this is the window. Restoration progress, 7 out of 7, but it's also 7 out of 9. So there's 9 puzzles. Oh, hold on. Drag the camera around to find secret puzzles. How far can I drag the camera? This seems to be as far as I can take it here. But there's a puzzle here. So is this supposed to be this is supposed to be a secret puzzle? All regions must be this shape. Okay, I just see this one. I just see it as put one here. Like that. Is this a puzzle? Dearest Artisan, I hope this letter finds you in the best of spirits and creative fervor. There is much work to be done. These window frames show your restoration progress. Yes, each glasswork you restore contributes to a window. Complete windows to progress onwards. Yes. So 8 out of 9. So I'm guessing this is another secret puzzle for it. Shape bank. All regions must be this shape. Okay, this is a little trickier. But I did see this watching someone play a demo, so I do happen to just know this one because it was an interesting enough solution that I just remember it. That's not going to happen a lot of times. So the trick is finding a way to get 2 of these rings to interlock. And so the key is in this bottom corner. How am I going to get both of these pieces in? If I have both of these as the same piece of a window, the puzzle is over. Therefore, these must be a different piece. That's what has to be done. And from there, the answer is obvious. We have to do it this way. This way. Yeah, there. Oop. And then here. That's how you get those to interlock. Silver lining. Turn your first window silver. That was the achievement I got. Now 9 out of 10. Ah, I see. So 7 puzzles was to restore the window. 9 puzzles turns it silver, and that's what the symbol is. Kind of small. Maybe you can't see it unless you got full screen going on your big projector TV in the basement. But the diamond around the window there and the symbol under restoration progress, 9 out of 9, that's got some silver things on it. And then below that, the 9 out of 10 is gold. So there's another puzzle. Is it this one? Switch colors quickly with keys 1 to 9 or the scroll wheel. Yeah, keys 1 to 9 don't seem to be doing... Oh, I see. It makes more sense with the keys above the keyboard, not the numpad. Because the numpad is arranged in a 3x3. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But that doesn't match this at all. But if I look at the keys above the just regular keyboard, 1 is red, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going in a spiral. Why did they do it that way? Oh well. Yeah, the scroll wheel's better for that. Anyway, shape bank. All regions must be one of these shapes. Okay, so we have 2 options now. We can make things. So we know something's got to be here, and the only shape we can make is this. So from here, we're forced to make that shape. Here, no, let's go here. This is forced, which is going to force that and that. Okay. So is that 10 out of 10? That is not. That belongs to a different window. Let's go. Yeah, 1 out of 6. So let's find another secret puzzle over here somewhere. Where would it be? Oh! I missed that on the way before. Okay, shape bank. All regions must be the elbow. Not really. The tetromino, the L shape for Tetris. Alright, what's going to be here? Whatever's here has got to be in both of those pieces. Oh yeah, you have to click and drag. If it was here, what shape would go? Actually, what shape goes here anyway? No, no, no. It's not both of these. I see. It is actually this. Is that right? Yeah, this is the shape. Right? So here it is. Don't know if the color matters that much, but I'm going to try to be a color artist here. Gold Rush. Gild your first window. And that is the max. There's no further than gold. All right, so this window up here, we need 6, but I'm going to try to go for the gold. I'm going to try to go for the gold everywhere. That's how I'm going to play this game. Use tab to switch to coloring, border drawing, and note-taking modes. Okay. So border drawing... Oh, this mode lets me do both. This mode only lets me draw. This mode only lets me do borders. And then this is notes. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it here the regular mode for now. All shapes, all regions must be either the I tetromino or the O tetromino. All right. Well, I do know that these two pieces are the same, but they can't go here because then what piece? There's no space for the tetromino. So therefore, this is one of them. This is another. And then this is the set. Yeah. You can complete the entire panel in border drawing mode if you prefer. That would be this mode. I wish there was a quicker way than just tabbing through. Like it was 1, 2, 3, 4, but the numbers are already for the colors. All regions must be one of the shapes, either a 3 by 1 sort of thing, or we have the S-shaped tetromino. So we could say this piece here has to move down, and then it can't move over because then it won't make the S shape. So it's got to be this. We've got to have these going on. So if I complete it in border drawing mode, then the game is just going to automatically figure out what to do from there. Interesting. I don't want to do that though. Shift click or middle click to place metal borders around an entire shape. You can use this to mark regions that you are absolutely sure of. Well, I know this is going to be the case because they all have to be straight lines, either 3 or 4. So we definitely have this. So if we shift click it, oh, it's just automatically going to do that for us. That's cool. That's for sure. I see. That's got to go. Oop. There. Okay. We're going to have this. That's it. Okay, there's just a lot of stuff that I'm probably going to forget about. The camera cannot be rotated. Okay, this is pretty open. All regions must be one of these shapes, either a 2 by 2 square or a 3 by 3 square. But we have this border in the middle. And my guess is this is not going to count. Yeah, it's got this border in the middle. So I have to keep that in mind, which means that these two are going to be different colors. That means these two, that has to be the same. These have to be the same. I have to remember click and drag, not just click. These have to be part of it, which means these have to be part of the 3 by 3. That is forced. But if the 3 by 3 were to move over from here to the right, we wouldn't have space for anything else. Therefore, this has to be the 3 by 3. This has to be. And from there, we get the rest of this piece. That's that. Apologies to anyone colorblind not being able to see exactly the colors I'm using, but it does not matter. I think the colors don't do anything. They're just aesthetic. All regions must be one of these shapes. Borders must always separate 2 different regions. Yeah, I figured that out from the... I guess I did the secret puzzle, which I was supposed to already know this. So this has to be orange. There's really nothing I can do about this, but I can't do this shape, right? So we have to do It's going to be different. Hold on, I'll show you. It's going to be this. Like that. That's what we're going to see. Fork in the road. Restore your second window. Am I going to get an achievement for every single window I do? Well, that's just 6 out of 6. Let's look for the 9. So this could be a secret puzzle. The first step here is not obvious. Instead of guessing, try joining cells that you know are connected. Well, the first step here is obvious. It's here. So we have to do this connection here. Now, the question is whether it's this piece or that. But we know it's not... right, it's not a right click. We know it's not this. So now, from here, we can know that these 3 are going to come out as well. We don't know if it's going to extend to an L piece or an S piece, but we do know it's not going to be this shape. Now we can take this piece here. We know that it's not going to go straight. We also know that it's not going to go up because it would block this piece in. So we know that has to move down, which is going to now set this piece. Oops. Which is a shift click. Shift click, we know that's that. Let's see. This orange piece. Well, now we know we can put a green piece up here. We know this piece is done. So the orange piece has to now move leftward from here. Otherwise, there's nowhere for the shape under it to go. So we should be able to get the rest from that. Yep. That's that. Cool. So are there more secret puzzles around that I can spy? What's this? There's something shiny there. Do I have to get a really interesting angle to see it? Because the camera can't be rotated. There's something behind this window. Zooming isn't going to do anything. Zooming just moves up and down. It's there. I know it. But the game is really not... Oh, okay, that's the angle. A 4. Ooh. Okay, everything is straight lines, either 3, 4, or 5. So this is required. And so that's going to set this one. There you go. That's got to be done. So I could have 5 across. Let's also look here. This has to be at least 3. This has to be at least 3. Then this has to be at least 3. Oops. Right there. Which is now going to force these. Something's got to be here moving leftward. So there we go. That's done. These are all done. I think. And this one might not be done. But these 3 are done. Now in here we do have to have these, which now is going to complete down here. Something's got to be here moving up. That's going to complete these. Something has to be here though, so we're going to move it out at least that far. I think. Here we go. And then this is a fiber. Neat. I like that if you're choosing like the same color, it's a very slightly different shade of the color every time. It just helps differentiate. Again, like if you're colorblind, maybe not, but the colors don't really matter as long as you keep track of the regions. So we have a couple more puzzles here. Yeah. Each puzzle has a single unique solution. Well, that's good, I guess. So I could make an entirely purple puzzle and the colors would still be differentiated if you can see that sort of thing. So for sure there, for sure there. Well, that's got to be done. And then, no. Oop. There. I guess the elbow shape didn't exist there. So one more puzzle gets us gold. It's going to be this one. Puzzles can always be solved with logic. Guessing is never required. Well, I hope so. So we have these are required. This has to be an elbow shape. So does that. So does that. They're all elbow shapes. All right. So that finishes this section, I guess. Ooh, the game gets much bigger after this point. Did that one already. There's nothing else. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any. I really want to go for everything here. It probably will be a pain in the butt to go back to old areas, given how this works. Cool. Actually, I'll say that's a good tutorial point, right? So let's go here. Respected artisan, the areas ahead contain a vast collection of glasswork designs, but fear not, you need only complete a fraction of them to restore the windows. If ambition beckons, complete more glassworks to metallicize the frames and reveal extra challenges. Did that already. If you thoroughly master an area, its frame will become gilded. Yours truly, Elias Vidimus. Cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause there. That was a good introduction to the game, a little tutorial for that, Artisans of Glimmith. If that looks interesting to you, you should go and buy it. It's only 15-ish dollars on Steam, somewhere in that vicinity, which is a pretty good amount for a game like this. I mean, I generally believe indies should always be charging more for their work. You need to respect yourself as an artist. So, like, anything less than 15, I feel would be undervaluing yourself. So, yeah. But yeah, made from the same team as Islands of Insight, and this is a lot more focused. I can see immediately than Islands of Insight. Doesn't have probably not going to have the highs of Islands of Insight, but it's also not going to have the lows of Islands of Insight. So I'm really enjoying it so far. But I'm going to take a break here and then tackle the rest of these worlds in another video. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Key of W. You've been whoever you are, and I'll see you around. Have a good one. Bye.